Welcome to the Balls Not Court Podcast. Cortez Paulus here. Got Kevin Carter. I used to say always to my right, but I'm trying to think of something different to say. But he's here. He's here.
I didn't know it fucking started.
Yeah. Well, you were looking at Twitter, so
I heard 3, 2, 1, and you started yapping.
Give you a countdown, man. But I'll let you get your breath here as you sipping your sweet tea and you're enjoying.
The last time you didn't freaking. Damn it! Now I thought it tasted funny. I thought I bought peach sweet tea.
It's got regular sweet.
Yeah. So I bought a big ass bottle of regular sweet and regular sweet.
Still ain't bad.
I wanted the little bottle of fucking peach. Never mind.
It's Publix tea.
Yeah, it's still good.
Know. It's the best thing in human mankind if you have not tried it. So.
Public sweet tea is like going to a barbecue restaurant and drinking their sweet tea.
Yes, I do agree with that, and it's so delicious. So, I'm trying to stay away from that stuff because I'm still trying to lose a little bit more weight with salad and yellow rice today. So, the tea I get every now and then. Maybe on the weekend I have to indulge in that. Kevin can enjoy that for me, for the both of us. So, Kevin, how you doing, sir?
You can indulge in a big ass piece of cake with.
I did.
With ice cream.
I did, and I was going to run it off, but I realized that we have basketball to talk about, so I will run that off tomorrow. In the warehouse, I did, what I got? I got 1,300 steps in, so, I guess moderation, I guess.
I saw that bowl. That was not moderation.
Well, like I said, the guy that I was with, he kept talking about Dairy Queen, and it forced my sweet tooth to kick in, so, if I didn't hear anything about Dairy Queen, and if it wasn't going from the opposite direction where I was going towards to go to Walmart, I was like, I just kind of just improvised and said, let me get a cake and ice cream.
Dairy Queen is not that far from here.
It's not, but after being out in the players tournament up there in TBC.
It's still not far from here.
True, but I just didn't feel like making that U-turn and going that way. Let's just say it wasn't that serious. I just had an alternative and got some cake and ice cream.
I went to Dairy Queen.
Yeah, I thought about their strawberry shortcake blizzard. It sounds pretty good, right?
Do we really need to flip and talk about this right now?
We don't. Okay, we do got stuff to talk about. Yeah.
Because now I want damn Dairy Queen.
Oh, gosh. Let's change subject and let's go ahead and talk about...
Not too late now. I want Dairy Queen.
Oh, Lord.
Push pause. I gotta go to Dairy Queen.
You gotta get your sugar kick in. Look at that. You go to Dairy Queen like once a week, though, don't you?
Yeah, but I get lunch.
Oh, you get lunch. You never get the ice cream?
It comes with a sundae.
Oh, it comes with a sundae. So you still get your ice cream kick?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The $5 lunch.
All right, let's stop talking about this.
Drink, food, and a sundae.
Because Dairy Queen does sound pretty good right now.
I'm telling you.
Here I am. I just ate a salad. Here I can imagine. No, let's go to Dairy Queen.
We're going to get done and go to Dairy Queen.
Oh, man. All right, well, the conference playoff is in effect. It does start today. You got the first one that is going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry. It's going to be, I'm looking at the East here. I got it backwards. It's going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Golden State Warriors tonight. And then the game, we're gonna review the East first because I want to say the West for last because we think the East.
We're going to review the East first.
Yeah,
there's no reviewing.
So we're going to preview the East and go from there and talk about the East. First, let me break this down here. You got the Cavaliers versus the Toronto Raptors. To kind of recap how the Cavaliers got here in the first round, they beat Detroit in 4 games. In the conference semifinals, they beat Atlanta in 4 games. Toronto, on the flip side, was a little struggle to get to where they at right now. In the first round, they beat Indiana in 7 games, and in the conference semifinals, they beat Miami in 7 games. The season series was 2-1 run by Raptors. The home team won all 3 games. November 25th, you got the Raptors 103, Cavs 99. On January 4th, you got the Cavs won by 22 points, 122 to 100. And on the 26th of February, the Raptors won by 2, 99 to 97. Pretty much for Cleveland, their notes here is Irvin, Matthew Dellavedova, and Shumpert they all missed the first meetings, and Channing Frye was only with the team for the 3rd meeting. He just was traded from Orlando. Also with Toronto, Valanciunas missed the first meeting, which was only the game versus Cleveland in which DeMar Carroll played. That was the only game that he played because he was out with injury as well. Notes for this series is the Cavs shot 50% from three-point range, the best they shot against any opponent in the regular season, and the best they shot against the Raptors. 11 different Cavaliers hit threes in 3 games, led by Smith's 14 for 25. Kyle Lowry against the Cavs, he averaged 31 points per game, which is his highest average against any Eastern Conference opponent. The Cavs' current starting lineup was a plus 23, outscoring the Raptors 72-49 in 29 minutes over the last 2 meetings. The Raptors were a plus 30 in 89 minutes with Patrick Patterson on the floor with a minus 46 in 55 minutes with him on the bench. And that's why I got there for this series here. So, as far as Toronto notes, they have assisted only 45% of their field goals, the lowest rate among the 4 teams that remain in the playoffs. And they outscored their opponents by 5.3 for 1 possession, and Kyle Lowry with 4 on the bench. And they have been outscored 31.9 with Lowry on the bench. That off-on differential is 37, the third biggest among players who have played at least 100 minutes, and the biggest of those remain in the postseason. Wake up. So, little notes here that I got that I'm just throwing out. I know Kevin is just snoozing here, but I'm going to go ahead and toss them out of the way and then move to dissect on our own opinions and everything like that, what we think about it. So, spare me, folks. DeRozan lead the playoffs with 11.1 mid-range shots per game. And Jones, Valanciunas, and Biyombo ranked first and second in defensive rebound percentage, having grabbed 33.9% and 32.2 defensive boards.
You didn't even try to say that man's first name.
Jonas?
No.
Bismack.
There you go.
There you go. I just said Biyombo.
Big Mac Biyombo.
Big Mac Biyombo. Some of the Cavs note, since their 8 games been within 5 points for the last 5 minutes, have taken 42.8% of their shots from three-point range, which is the highest mark in the playoffs, being up from 35.2% in the regular season. And you got Irvin, J.R. Smith, and Kevin Love ranked first, second, and fourth in third three-point percentage among 14 players who are at least attempted 53s in the playoffs. The Cavs averaged 30.8 points in the paint in the game, the lowest mark in the playoffs, and LeBron James lead the playoff with 42 assists on 3 points. 2 different teammates, 24 of them on corner threes. A little bit of notes there to go with the stats and like that. Kevin's not a stats guy, so that's why he was over here sleeping. So nonetheless, we'll go ahead and give our opinions on this. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this guy on the right here and ask him what is his initial thoughts on this Toronto and Cleveland series.
I don't even want to watch it.
Don't want to turn it into it, huh?
That's my thoughts. If Cleveland keeps shooting like that, there's only one other team that's going to beat them. Maybe 2 other teams that are going to beat them. But Toronto ain't going to beat them. The one dude's going to be out for the first game.
Valanciunas.
Yeah, the sneeze. He's going to be out the first game. They don't even know if he's going to play the second game. And Big Mac Biyombo, unless the Toronto can flop their way to a couple of wins, I don't see them winning no games in this series. And that's only if they can flop their way to a couple of wins.
I mean, my thoughts on this series, I don't really see it being competitive because I know everybody look at the regular season like, oh, they won, 2-1, and a lot of these is where, there were the injuries occurred as well.
Regular season don't mean shit.
And to me, the way I look at it is that the game that they was healthy, it was a close game. So I don't imagine this to be this. My thought on this series here, I think is we still gonna have a boring series in the East. I like to believe Toronto got there, but they did struggle to get there, and to be 7 games there, and then both the teams, Miami was also bound to injury as well as Toronto. So, like Kevin mentioned about Valanciunas being out the first couple of games, so they did miss Whiteside. You can tell that Miami missed Whiteside as far as in the interior, and that could have helped them control it. But like I said, give props to Toronto. They did what they had to do. They got there in advance, and to them, I just, like Kevin said in short, I don't think this series will be that long of a series, and Toronto will have I think they will. You'll possibly see another extended rest for the Cavaliers. we all know who the first best player is. Who do you think is the second best player in this series on either team? Who you got?
Irving? Ain't even close.
Not even close?
No, Irving's better than the other two. Did you watch the other two in the Heat series?
I did.
They were horrible. The only time they made shots was at the end of the game when they were up. Mm-hmm. That's the only time they made shots.
Yeah.
Every other time, we ain't going to make shit. Well, it's easy to score 30 points when you had 15, 17 free throws the last game. Those guys are... Kyrie Irving is one of the most overrated guys in the playoffs right now. He had one good game and everybody went nuts. And that was the last game they won where they took 57 free throws.
Yeah, I got Kyrie being this, and even third, you can put Kevin Love up there. This backcourt who was very potent back in the regular season, but they have fallen off. And I like Kyle Lowry. I think he's a heck of a player. The one that I'm worried about is DeMar DeRozan, who is just inefficient to me. It seemed like his mid-range shot is inconsistent. His drive game, he can get to the rim, but he's having problems finishing in the playoffs. You got to imagine this to be a problem going against this Cavaliers team. That dude got size. So with DeMar DeRozan, it's a little concerned because he's up for a new contract, and this auditioning that he's had, I'm pretty sure teams are kind of keeping their eye on this and like, okay, well, he's not a good player, but he's not efficient.
This is like Ralph Wiggum auditioning for stuff on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Where he went and auditioned for the school play and went up there and blew bubbles and they popped in his eye. That's what I like in his audition for getting a new contract.
Yeah, he's losing some money, I'll tell you that.
No, he ain't. The way the NBA is, they ain't losing money because somebody's going to pay them. Everybody gets overpaid. That's the way it is nowadays. You're a free agent, you're going to get overpaid. Yeah. Somebody's going to pay you big bucks just because they can and they have to.
Yeah. That point, I can see where you're coming from. Where they're going to overpay him.
So he's going to get a tremendous amount of pay, just like dude from Golden State's going to get a max contract. Just like Hassan Whiteside's going to get a max contract. He'll end up getting a max contract from somebody.
Yeah. Well, if I was the route, I kind of think twice about it, how inefficient he's been, and get someone that can actually, I don't know. I'm just a little worried about DeRozan right now. About that's the one who I think is overrated. Kyle is when he's on, he's on. But DeRozan, boy, he's so inefficient, jacking up shots. What was it? The one game he took against y'all, I think he took 8 shots and only made one in like the third quarter. I can't remember what it was exactly, but I know it was pretty horrid. It was bad. It was like Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know how to define it.
The whole series was boring and awful to watch in the basketball perspective.
Yeah, very, very true. Very true.
Everybody was throwing up bricks at one point or another in that series. So I don't take nothing that came from that series to heart. Nobody should be paid if you want to go look at that series.
Yeah, but this has been too serious with DeRozan. But I guess I get off the DeRozan case. Hopefully he showed me something here, but it won't matter. So, all right, this is Toronto's first time in the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, your thoughts on them getting there? I mean, I know they beat your team, so you probably don't really care too much about it. Next. So, I will go ahead and take that question. I think it's pretty good for the franchise for them to get there. Meanwhile, here's you think with the team they have Vince Carter back.
You really think talking to me the day after about this guys that just